So let's move right on to our keynote speakers. We have some exciting news in town. Just north of the OSU Marion Tech campus will be, we hope, in about a year, a significant housing project for student housing. And we have Kim Corey, who is president of the Annex Student Living, and Rob Martinson, who is the vice president of development for the Mecca companies, of which Annex is a division. And we would invite them to tell us about the housing project. We've been probably 30 years in discussion in this community about housing on this campus, and I think finally we're close to having it come alive. So if we can bring that up, do I need to get up there and help with the IT? There we are. You guys come on up and.
Good afternoon. Thank you so much for inviting us, Dave, to your meeting this week, and we're excited to be here and discuss a really exciting opportunity that will hopefully be a good experience for the students who are attending OSU Marion as well as the local community. As Dave mentioned, I'm Kim Corey. I'm with Annex Student Living, and I've got Rob with me. And we're going to share a little bit with you about who we are as Annex Student Living and what our purpose is as a company. And then Rob's going to dive a little bit further into the actual development of the Annex of Marion coming soon. Hold on here, sorry. It's, yeah, great. So let me tell you a little bit about who we are as Annex Student Living and what our purpose is, and what our goals are to accomplish into working with OSU Marion and the Marion community for a housing project for students. And really what our first mission, our goal, is to create that true sense of community belonging. How many of you are familiar with, obviously, Ohio State main campus? There's an abundant amount of housing, and those students have the experience and the privilege to be able to experience all of that life aspect, from living, learning, and that entire community culture, that community sense of belonging. So what we want to do is bring that same type of lifestyle and experience to the regional campus here at Marion. We're also looking to develop an economic catalyst for the education institution as well as the local community for Marion. As I mentioned, enhancing that collegiate living learning experience. We spend a lot of time coordinating our efforts and the planning with the university as well to coordinate some of the transition of academic excellence as well as the living experience that happens off campus. We want to provide innovative solutions to the housing. So I'm going to talk a little bit more about how we find out what students are really looking for as part of that experience. We also focus on economic and efficient design, and we spend time doing dynamic research within the market and the students. We recently did a study with students of OSU Marion as well as Marion Tech to find out what is it that was really important to them before we spend time on the development plans and architect as far as floor plan layouts, if they're interested in fitness centers, if they're interested in things like exercise rooms. So those are the things that we take the time to really understand what is important to the student, and if we need to do what is traditional and student purpose built of a 2-bedroom, 2-bath. These students in this market are looking for more 2-bedroom, 1-bath. They're looking for cost efficiency. And finally, we are looking to build affordable and amenity housing-rich communities. So really tying in, we talked with Dave a little bit this morning about some of the academic excellence programs that we're incorporating in some of our other projects. Some of the different developments that we have going on today, and we've got one that is already open and 3 that are getting ready to open for this fall. We've got at IU at Indiana University Kokomo. We also have Vincennes University in Indiana. We have IU South Bend, and then Villas at Carl Sandburg is an existing recently open project. All that are within these more tier 2, tier 3 schools where there's little to no housing. And it's making a dramatic impact on not only just the experience of the college student and their parents, but also within that local community and where they're feeling that connectivity. Based off of research that is done through the U.S. Department of Education, as well as information that we've received back from the Carl Sandburg Community College, based off of the current project we have at Villas, some of the different things that we hear and students experience as part of that campus living culture is that they excel academically when they're have that ability to connect to the campus. That close in proximity, it helps them to focus on their studies a little bit more. They have a higher graduation rate, and they are expanding their social life on campus, making it easier for them to connect socially through their university, as well as the friendships that they're looking to build for a lifetime. They're reducing their commute and their expenses. Many of these students who are attending OSU Marion are commuting sometimes an hour, hour and a half away. There's a lot of wear and tear on a vehicle, on yourself, especially here in the Midwest when it's harsh winters, and they're missing class, missing opportunities to really learn and connect, and it gives them a greater excuse, let's just face it, to skip class. So we want to provide more of a stronger academic excellence program and the accessibility to campus and student life. So there are a lot of different student groups and organizations that we want to bring over to our community as well as onto the campus. So allowing some of the different student organizations and groups, as well as professors who want to extend tutoring. We have study spaces within our communities that they can utilize as part of that experience. So let me turn it over to Rob, and he's going to actually talk a little bit more with you about the actual Annex of Marion project and what that development is going to look like off of University Drive.
Thank you, Kim, and thank you everyone for having us today. We're excited to be here in Marion. Excited to get started on this project that I think is going to be a great amenity to OSUM and to the community in general. We've been working on this project for almost 9 months now, trying to identify the right site, conducting market research through third-party analysts and research firms to understand truly what the market wants, what the student wants, and what the proper profile is for a successful project. We are currently have designed a 54-unit, 192-bed project. 192 beds, that's how we typically size student projects. All of our leases are typically by the bed, and so we look at that for quantity. As Kim mentioned, through our market research, students were the cost-effective nature of the project was very important. So we'll be providing 2-bedroom, 1-bath units, 4-bedroom, 2-bath units, in order to keep that price point at a level that will be exciting to students. Our projects also are well amenitized, without going over the top, if you will. We will have a common clubhouse area as well as some outdoor facilities to promote that community and that live-learn environment. Items such as sand volleyball court, cornhole, barbecue area, and then this particular site, located a little over 3 acres, will have plenty of parking for the students. Our clubhouse, we've been redesigning this, for this project. That will be a little more innovative in nature, not your traditional clubhouse that you might see in a market rate project. One that really promotes the live-learn environment. So, common area that create breakout space, study areas for students to be able to collaborate. A built-out model room in the clubhouse to be able to show what those units are going to look like early on in the project, as well as a living room area with communal TV area, fitness studio for some yoga classes, and a communal kitchen. Students can be able to come in, commercial kitchen, come in and cook together and be able to eat together. The proximity of this project is going to be extremely important and lead to its success. We searched the area trying to find the right site that was going to be as close as possible with the right layout for us to be able to build this. We're excited about the project being located on University Drive, just north of campus, with great connectivity back down to the campus, especially with the University Drive extension to the south. I'm sure many people in this room know even more about that extension than I do, but we're excited about that connectivity that's going to continue to provide the pedestrian and bicycle paths to be able to get into campus, so the car doesn't have to be used at all times. Our partnership with Ohio State University Marion has been fantastic so far. Dave Claiborne especially has been a great advocate, and we appreciate your help through helping set up some of the surveys and focus groups for our market research, as well as just generally promoting the project to anyone that we see. Even when we were walking through campus this morning, Dave pulled a few students aside and reminded them that we have housing coming in a year. And we're excited that everyone else is as excited as we are. He's promoting that visibility to the incoming students. We'll continue to work with OSUM to get the word out to incoming freshmen. We hope that the housing awareness will continue to increase. We understand that it'll ramp up a little bit over the first year, that there is an education process with teaching current students as well as prospective students on what purpose-built student housing is all about. But we're ready and anxious to be able to teach them about all the benefits. We'll look to engage the Annex brand wherever we can on campus events and collaborate amongst the various university and faculty. And then we've also implemented an innovative program within the Annex brand of our Dean's List incentive, where you may end up seeing our banner once the project goes up, that we'll pay you to live here, and we'll provide a promotion to students of a gift card or some other type of incentive for good grades. We want to be able to promote quality learning and fostering, building the overall college experience for the students that they may not have had before housing showed up on campus. So where are we at in the process right now? We've been working hard with our design team to get the plans all put together, and those are out to bid with our contractors now to finalize pricing. We've been working with Fahey Bank over the past few months to get financing in place. And we're very excited to continue on to the next stages with them, and so thank you for your help. We've continued to, as many people may have read in the paper, work on zoning changes for the current site, and Monday, July 21st should be our final zoning hearing to be able to get full approvals there, and then continue to work with the city and the county on the University Drive expansion to see how we can work together to continue to create that connectivity back down campus. So, I think that's it. I'll also mention, from a general financing standpoint, we also, I'd love to find opportunities to work together, with local partners, whether that be civil engineers, contractors, other third-party consultants, as well as investors. And while we have investments lined up for this project now based out of Indiana, we're always welcome to listen to certain individuals that might have further interest in learning more about the project. So, with that, I'd like to open up to questions. I'm sure there'll be many. So hopefully we have enough time to be able to get through that.